It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Dalton Schultz. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Texans and the Colts. Next on Madden NFL 24.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And this would be his second NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles it. because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And incomplete to open things up. You look at this Colt defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we've really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is a number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut. Threw a couple touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seen what it takes to win at this level.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Well, Charles, we get a look here at the Colts 2023 draft class. Contributors up and down their 11 selections. But, of course, it's really going to be remembered for that name at the top, the new face of their team.
Anthony Richardson, he continues the trend of dual-threat quarterbacks expected to take over the league. And he might be the next level. What an athlete. And how about the rest of the mix? Great value with cornerbacks like Julius Brents, wide receivers like Josh Downs. They should see the field plenty as rookies.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They run for it with Hunt. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches.
Exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now Richardson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On third down, here's Richardson. Open man is chosen. He's got him. And the Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Hunt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kareem Hunt, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Texans.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. KJ Hamler returning it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. Well, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Richardson back to throw it. Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Texans 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, up over 130 yards, and a touchdown.
And one of the top receiving games in the league in week 1, and they're expecting those types of games from him each and every time out, and they're going to need that from him if they want to make a move towards a league title.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Alert! Alert!
Again, it's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he'll be Barely taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this after the long missed field. On the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey. The O-line can't stop him, and he gets the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Richardson now on 2nd down. Be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Dell. And he is going to have the Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Stroud off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. But hopefully, obviously nothing. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And Stroud now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. Forced out to his left. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Steps away to his left, and he gets it down to the 32. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent, because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. That's underneath to Pierce. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Stroud now on 1st and 10. That'll be caught left side by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
The throwing again is Stroud. And that's caught inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again. So
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hamler now to return it. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
19 tight, 19 tight. Third, hustle.
On 1st down, Richardson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando where, sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. Always got some breathing room. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now it's Richardson. That ball caught. It's chosen. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Hunt will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ready.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Ready, ready, no, no.
Pierce now up the middle. And down to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 41, here's second down and 8. On second down, it's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 15-yard line. A good 6 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Bronco switch. Bronco, roll. Hey, check
Pierce
that.
takes it straight ahead. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Stroud on 3rd down now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores. And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the option left, Richardson. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. He'll get this down to the 38. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. That's into the hands of Chosen. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes you don't even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Kareem Hunt. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Pierce. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Again, it's Stroud. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 7 yards there and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Woods. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
A CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
The throw over the middle taken in. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1 yard line.
First and goal from the 1 yard line. Costly penalty.
Stroud will look to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Gets the dump off to Pierce. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce. A 1 yard touchdown reception. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Richardson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now 1st and goal. Now Stroud. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for Indianapolis, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.